Alright, the SMGs. There is already a lot to cover here, so I won't be talking about the variants of weapons that have only slight differences. For example, the MP7A1 and A2 are basically the same weapon, so they will both have the same stereotype. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. One thing I've noticed about the Saiga 9 is that...
Actually, the Saiga 9 is a pistol caliber carbine, it's not a submachine gun.
Okay. Anyways, the Saiga 9 is just a slightly beefier pistoling. They tend to be conflict averse and simply want to fill their bags with as much loot as possible before getting the hell out. They're rarely a threat, but sometimes they do get a lucky headshot because of how low the recoil is. Most often though, they're a free kill. At first, the STM seems similar to the Saiga 9, but no money-grubbing PMC would actually use it. Most of the people who use this thing are gigasweats who head crack like no other. This isn't the easiest thing to do, so if someone uses this routinely, odds are they are pretty skilled aim-wise. That, or a leg muncher is using it to gobble up toes from a distance. Most people just sell it or slap its parts onto an 8R. The PP-19 is used by people who claim to be the AK connoisseurs and are absolutely obsessed with the platform. The only other weapons they use are the AKs, the Saiga 12, the SVD, and basically anything else that looks like an AK but differently scaled. Everyone else just thinks they're hipsters who refuse to use the MP5 in the early wipe. They're also begging for the PP-19 Bizone to be added, and honestly, I don't blame them. The general stereotype for these guys is leg meta. That being said, most people associate leg meta with either rats or less skilled players. That does not apply here. These guys are aggressive as hell, dare I say the chads of leg meta. Seriously, if you are fighting someone who is using a PP91, do not get close to them. If you're on factory, good luck and Godspeed. The first gun every USEC uses after the wipe. With the MP5 actually being usable and affordable again, it's possible that its usage may become more common. That being said, the people who use this thing religiously probably buy a GP7 gas mask and do their best to look like the SAS. They also never shut up about Operation Nimrod. They're content with the MP5 SD, but they really want Battlestate to add the handguard that has an integrated flashlight, or the flashlight that mounts above the MP5. Gotta max out on the SAS LARP. This weapon is most commonly used by Timmies on woods, for some reason. Also, can we please get a stock for this thing? I know it'll just be an inferior MP5, but I still want one. One of the quickest ways to get everyone to hate you. This thing is stupidly effective in the early wipe, and it's really damn annoying to see literally every meta slave use it until level 20. People who use the MP9 understand that it is an absolute terror. Essentially, they are vector users, but actually know what ammo management is. If they have a suppressor, they're going to be rocking AP 6.3 and they will be hyper aggressive. They will absolutely shred through people, but their raid will also be over very quickly as they have run out of ammo after the first fight. If it's unsuppressed, they're using Quakemaker and will shred your knees like a damn wood chipper. Also terrifying. Talking about the MPX just kinda makes me sad. If someone is using this, they are attempting to relive the glory days of when PvP was 400 rubles a round and the MPX was a damn laser. Nowadays, it's a shadow of its former glory and is not worth using over an MP5 or any other SMG for that matter. Vector users can't cope without a 50-round magazine. Also, for whatever reason, people mod this thing out with maximum recoil reduction. Why? The thing already has the recoil of an airsoft rifle. Also, every other SMG user hates Vector users for being the direct cause of the SMG nerfs and 9mm nerfs that neutered them for like 4 wipes. The Vector, but chambered in the Lord's holy cartridge. People who use this thing are hyper-aggressive and probably quote Joshua Graham on the regular.
The time for talk is past. The Lord's work must be done.
When fighting, these guys seem to magically dance around your bullets while they reload before spraying with the might of an A10. They don't give a shit about armor either, they just blunt damage their way through it. That being said, they suffer the same affliction of the MP9 and run out of ammo after the first engagement. This is the Giga Chad that the Vector user wants to be. The MP7 is just a good weapon. Seriously, there's a reason it's been a solid choice for like 6 wipes. These lads are always in it for the fight, so much so that they probably have a small backpack. Loot isn't their #1 priority. Taking your life is. The SR2M is the MP7, but for people who like Russian weapons. MP7 users are probably jealous of the cheap and easily accessible suppressor. That being said, SR2M users are jealous of the MP7's cheap and easily accessible ammo that is also just superior. Because their performance is so similar, they are used pretty interchangeably to the point that deciding which one to use comes down to which trader restocked and has ammo available. Alright, that's all the SMG stereotypes. Next week, I'm going to do the evolution of the disgruntled player, which will be my own take on addressing all the changes that have come to Tarkov, as well as the state of the game as a whole. I'd do a video with the green screen, but I feel like that would be too similar to the ocean of other videos covering the same topic. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed.